You can be here all night talking about Pastor Kendal. But I am definitely Brother Alvin from a different generation. That is so true. But tonight, I stand here to talk about 3 minutes about a good friend. And for me, it's touching because, you know, some people, you know, you just in company with some people. You need to go find your company. Children are to be seen, not heard. But not Pastor Kendal. Pastor Kendal took everybody, I mean, at face value. He just took everybody who he could invest in, who he could help, and he took me in. And I can say that from years, I think I was one of those who probably was around almost the start of TCC. And for some of you who know Pastor Kendal, I want you to know he used to lie too. But this lie used to be so that you can encourage you to go on. Pastor Kendal, I can remember one time I was in TCC. And Pastor Kendal told me I could sing. At the time, he wasn't the director. It was Sister Stephanie. Can you give me an A flat over there? Please don't do that. Please. No. We were learning this particular song, and it's always, you know, even if I'm on key, I get played. But I think it was Anton that was off on that time. And Sister Stephanie them had us going in our sessions, and they said, we're going to get the alto, we're going to get the soprano, let's go to the tenor. And there was I can't remember the song for nothing, but they asked us to sing this line. And I tell you no lie, church, I sung that line. And also Sister Stephanie said, someone just ain't get it. So we sang it again. And all I hear is, somebody just ain't get it. Now by that time I don't know they coming to me. And so the third time I didn't sing. I just moved my lips. So Stephanie said, again somebody didn't get it. So I felt good because it wasn't me. But for some reason, even though I felt good, Stephanie still felt it was me. And my brother on the side here, Brother Kendal, would tell me, boy, don't worry about that, you got this. So Stephanie said, we're going to go one by one. The rest is history. I went and I said, I am going to sing this because I know I can sing, because Pastor Kendal told me I can sing. And as we went, she said, come, Brother Scott, let's get this. And I sung it, and I knew I was right. She said, you're just a little bit short. I went a little bit more. She said, you're just a little bit short. Listen, let me tell you, I ain't getting to this day. And to this day, I still hear Kendal telling people, yo, yeah, boy, Scott can sing, you know. He was in TCC. I tell you, he can lie. But if you know Pastor Kendal, he was someone who was always there, who always invested, always encouraged. Never discouraged people. From a friend point of view, I know that at times when, you know, things, I remember when I got married, and it was rough because I brought someone, not in from like Alvin them, you know, Alvin them gone out the country. I only gone to Grand Bahamas. Let me tell you, boy, it was rough. But I remember the words that my friend told me. He said, Scott, just be. Just be. And that kept me to this day. That going on now for 9 years. This year will make 10 years. Getting there, back. Getting there. And that's right. We can celebrate that. You all come back here July 3rd. All here. Right here. Free of charge. Once you pay. However, but to this day, I always always hold on to those words. Just be. Don't give people nothing. Don't beat your wife. Don't go do fool. Don't give them reason to say, boy, I tell you that wasn't the way. Just be. And to this day, I can tell you, because of my good friend, I am happily married. Kendal always encourage you, learn scripture. Anyone who know Brother Kendal? Learn scripture. Oh yeah. And let me tell you, I remember when I was searching too, Brother Alvin. And you know, I was one of the more ones who felt as though, you only should be with one, you know, Master, you don't fool around. And so Brother Kendal told me, millions have come. There's still room. Now you don't tell me that. I was never made crystal. And so when I tied that knot, I went to Kendal. I said, Brother Kendal, you tell me though millions have come this room. I look in the Bible, could not find it. If you know, that's Bible number 2 in the Psalms. I said, now that I am married, Brother Kendal, what must I do? Kendal said, though millions didn't make it. He's the one that did. Kendal had the words for people. And I can tell you today that Kendal has impacted so many people. I think it was last story, then I come and die. That's a minute each story. You know, when you be around Brother Kendal, he encourages you to do so much. So we went to the assembly as well. And I was about 16 years old. And when we went to the Cleveland, I wanted a car. Everybody can get a car. We gotta be catching the bus. I said, Brother Kendal, not this year. I want a car. Kendal said, come, let's go. We went to the car lot and they had one last car. Well, that's a car nobody else wanted. I wanted a car. We went to the young man, he looked at me, and Brother Kendal must have been outside, must have answered the phone, or something went outside. I sit down the man, said, okay, you have insurance? I said, what that is? I said, what? While I said what, Kendal come back and he said, do you have insurance? Yeah, J.S. Johnson. We walk over there with my car. But I only say those things because, on a serious note, Pastor Kendal has been a good friend. And like Brother Alvin said, once you get to know Pastor Kendal, you will never forget Pastor Kendal. He was someone who was always there, who poured in. When I got discouraged, he was there to tell me, man, listen, lift up your head. One thing I like about Kendal, he said, nowhere as far in the Bahamas as long as you get a car. And there were times we go out in the night, and meant time for him to just ride right across the street to his house. He got to carry me all the way down west to get home. But it never bothered Brother Kendal. When you see the same young man you see sitting here, he is the same when he's outside, when he's sitting down, when he's in church, when he's on the playground, when he's on the mission field in the parking lot. Kendal is the same wherever you go. And one thing I can say, and I do not want to, bring up any of the things of the past that has happened, but I can say that Kendal has taught me in these last couple months that this is how a true man of God carries on when tragedy strikes a family. And I don't care what nobody says. One thing he always teaches me, he says, if you sitting there and ain't learning nothing, you might as well die. But whenever you sit there, learn. And I sat and I learned, because I said to myself, and I even said to my wife sometimes, I don't know if I can handle what he's going through. But he's always teaching through his actions and through his words that no matter, once we put our trust in God, he is able to deliver. And so I want to say to my good friend, to my confidant, my brother, someone who I look up to in the Lord, that, in spite of all that goes on, For you may never know the lives that you touch. I can't sing church. You must see one standing ovation, everybody leave this place. For you may never know all the people you've reached. But all we know, that for a record, he will keep. And when the end that finally begins, you shall receive a great reward. So I'll take thy food. God bless you, Brother Kendal.